Hi everyone, it's Kirili here. How's it going? So it feels like we're getting bombarded with disclosure as far as from our own government regarding the potential sale of Department of Conservation land once the government reforms are done, as far as data centres, as far as AI, as far as surveillance, just the cost of living. They're really testing us. And I feel it's because they inadvertently had a mass awakening, or created a mass awakening back in 2020. And now we are a whole lot more aware of their intentions. So that's interesting. I'll show you those in a sec. Oh god damn, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I kind of have been thinking, because I've noticed it all of a sudden in Facebook as well, all these anonymous names hiding behind masks that are just being so judgmental and antagonistic, and God, I can't even describe how, when I read some comments, how it makes me feel. I just see a wall in front of these people, and we just can't get through, which makes me think that I'm so cynical. I can't help it. It makes me feel that it could be the authorities doing that on purpose to gauge how we think, because they need all this for AI. They can use our voices. If they can antagonize us enough for a response, then they will start to work out how we think individually. So I just sort of picked up the cards before and asked them why they are bombarding us now. It's like they're trying to wipe us out energetically so we've got no fight. They have done things secretly. There's a red flag. Secretly, so we don't know about it, or it doesn't give us time to come together as a collective, as we did 4 years ago. Anyway, this was the first card that came out. Transformation. Unbeknown to them, they think by doing what they're doing, they're keeping us in the dark. But by doing what they're doing, it's from a spiritual point of view to wake us up, to get out of this heaviness of having to pay for everything, having to slog our guts just to survive, just to put food on the table. Bugger the power bills, bugger the phone bills, bugger the rates bills. We need food and petrol. Or fuel. Heating. Yeah, get it? Pay them later. Anyway. This is where my words sit on my plate for me to eat. Coming to the heart chakra, the compassion. This is what is going to get us to there. I know this, and I'm predominantly positive. I just have to get off Facebook because all of a sudden, in the public pages or the public communities on Facebook, there's just all of a sudden a mass of masks and inauthentic names, and they just come in and drop bloody bombs to that's what it feels like to me anyway, to antagonize. Oh, this is hard for Scorpio. Our heart chakra, the compassion, the healing. We need to leave our ego behind. We need to leave that fear behind. We need to embrace our own light, our own intuition, our own perception. Coming through our heart. This is where we need to rise up. Get that passion as a nation. Oh, fun. Okay. Right. Diamonds. Maybe. In the forest. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, shit. Okay, they're trying to keep us in the dark about the conservation land sales because they want to get to the diamonds, the gold, the mining. Shit. And you can see there how it's clearing. We don't want our canopies to be clearing. We want to keep our canopies. That will keep our ecological, our environmental life, for which New Zealand holds dear to our hearts. For as long as I've been in this world, this time around, New Zealand has been clean, green, environmentally friendly. Absolutely heart-centered. Back in the 70s, I recall. Then it started changing in the 1980s, as I recall. This is the card on the bottom of the deck, our inner child. Hear and know me. This is our inner child here. This is all the trauma we've been carrying around in our body, our emotional heaviness, our mental heaviness, physical heaviness. We go back to that wounded aspect of self, allow that to come up so that darkness is not clouding our own thoughts or not clouding our intuition or our perception. To find that passion for life again. It's like we have been desensitized. They've desensitized us. And we need to spark up. We need to rise up. We need to get this. We need to tap into our strength and our courage to stand up for what we are here for. We are here to bring in light, to dispel the negativity. We can do this by fire, our sun, Where is the love? Where is the love and respect for self? Where is love and respect for this? I want to say traumatized, but traumatized is the big umbrella. It can be disappointments, it can be rejection, it can be abandonment, it can be trust issues, it can be, you name it, can be anything. Whatever it is you discovered yourself to handle your emotional needs at the time you needed them, where they weren't given by whom you were seeking them from. We have to bring them up to feel it so we can release it. That's all it takes. We just have to feel it. And yes, I've been an emotional mess for the last 2 days. I don't know why. These walls have to crumble. Our own walls have to crumble. And I'm not talking about that I'm one of the ones hiding behind a mask. I'm trying to expose those hiding behind masks. Okay, 11:47, 11:11. Okay, so what else? Spirit, love for life. That's what we have to take back. And as Kiwis, Canadians, or wherever you are seeing me from, I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone. Okay. So I'll quickly, I don't know, anyway. We'll take a card from the Christ consciousness. For those watching today. Actually, there's, the heart chakra, which is the unconditional love, the healing, compassion, understanding, balance, compared to the solar plexus, which is our passion, our strength, our courage, our action, our following, our passion. And then below the solar plexus is the sacral chakra, which is the home of the inner child. Sacral, solar, heart. Now, I don't know the Bible stories, so I'm just going to read these intuitively. This is Joseph of Arimathea, trailblaze and innovate. So it's like we have to be a step ahead of them. We have to do things differently. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Bloody hell. This. Shit. Oh, I've got to stop. What's that? Holy moly, I don't think I've ever had a story this long. Holy hell. Oh. God. Okay, I have to, bloody hell. Right. I think I've gone over time, way over time. So, Innovation Trailblaze. That was the card that came out. The bottom of the deck. Now, he hasn't been a part of my life. However, the Christ consciousness, my understanding, Jesus walked our plane, our earth plane, and here's a template of each of our potential. So we can all, when we are heart-centered in that Christ consciousness, predominantly Christ consciousness energy, we are following his lead by one step at a time. Just keep moving forward, continuing to move forward to your goals, to your dreams, following the signs. The Magi, signs and divine timing. Maybe looking to the stars, the planets, what's happening in our skies. Which brings the holy anger. And this is what's coming up through all of us at the moment. Holy anger. We have to be the change. We have to embrace our light. We have to be courageous. We have to get out of our ego. We have to leave our ego, or allow, we're going to have to pull our ego kicking and screaming and dragging, because it's always a part of us. In preference for the light, no matter what the authorities are saying or doing. We just have to focus on bringing in the light, bringing in this heart-centered consciousness, making peace with our wounded self, so then our passions can become very clear to us. So we have to feel the anger. And this card actually was based on a true story, where over in the UK or somewhere in Britain, Great Britain, they cut down an old sacred tree. And as Kiwis, we know how that feels. And someone actually did go and sit in the tree and cry. How devastating. But we're humans, so we're going to feel these emotions. We have to allow the anger. We have to express our anger, and it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be enraged. Just allow yourself to feel it, and don't take it out on anyone. Miracles. Manifest and believe. Oh, excuse me. When we can step into our light, actually I'm going to put it like that. When we step into the light, well, when we do the work on ourselves, we lighten our physical body by releasing the heavy emotions, the heavy energy that our physical bodies carry around. We are rewarded with that which we have been wishing for or want to bring into our life. Because when we do this, we're helping the whole planet. We're helping humanity. When we are in this energy, we're also affecting humanity when we're in this energy as well. But this will bring the vibration down. This will lift the vibration. So that's miracles. Manifest and believe. Then we have the sisterhood. This is the divine feminine, this old patriarchal way of being powerful and controlling and warring and arguing and conflicting, all that sort of stuff. That's not how we do life. That's not how spirit envisage a life on earth. We have to be more gentle. We have to be more inclusive. We have to respect each other and equal give and take and reciprocity and balance and equality. Inclusivity, did I say that? So all that which is coming out now up to the surface for release is that which has been suppressed or hidden from us. They should know the divine feminine is the creators, or are the creators, or the divine feminine is the create or energy or archetype. Gratitude and thanks. You know, the elders have wisdom and purpose, as do the young ones. Look, more divine feminine at each end of the scale. Oh yeah, the lion heart, the strength, the courage, the observer. Look at that energy. This is the divine feminine, even though it's kind of masculine kind of energy. But we all need to find that courage and that strength within to stand together, to unite, to push back what is best for the people, what is best for the animal kingdom. What is best for the next generation. The return to innocence. We need to get back to a simple way of life. Back to this time of innocence. And for me, it was the 1970s. I was born in late 1969, so my early years of life, I have fond memories where community was family. Yeah, parents were doing or working full-time, each parent. One parent sometimes, I recall Dad having another job after the Air Force, working at Crown Lynn factory in New Lynn. But that he was doing that for a purpose, because he paid cash for a car back then. Look at all that yellow, that sunshine, that abundance, that love, that happiness, that joy, that laughter, prosperity. It's going to relieve the suffering that our forefathers and foremothers fought for. They sacrificed their lives so we could have freedom, and our freedoms are being taken away at a very rapid rate. I can feel the energy of Janine Fitzsimmons. Jeanette. Rest in peace, sorry about that. Jeanette Fitzsimmons, or Fitzsimons, who was one of the original Green Party MPs, members. She may have even been a co-leader. Anyway, her peace has been stirred by this government selling off conservation land, and Jeanette Fitzsimons is pissed. And Rod Donald is behind her, supporting her, encouraging her to step forward, actually. Yay! I've been wondering where the Greens are. They're in bloody spirit. Look. Gethsemane, or whatever. I should. Sorry, Amanda, who created this deck. Gethsemane, darkest hour, strength arrives. My God, we need it. And through connection, strength arrives. We're not supposed to blow ourselves up. We're not supposed to, this is not part of the plan. And for those UFO sightings around, or sightings around nuclear plants, they're there for a reason. Make sure we don't blow ourselves up. So in come the energy of Mary as well. See these divine feminine, Jeanette Fitzsimons, I'm really sorry. We've got Mary. We've got the elders. We've got the youngsters. We have the innocents. You know, the children. We need to protect the children, or this next generation. So where's that connection card? Got a little bit buried. Connection. Holy shit, look at all this. Prayer. Contemplation and connection. To find the holiness within. These all were one after the other, by the way. To find the holiness within. So we can find the enlightenment within each of us. This is the first card that came out, remember? The enlightenment within each of us. To give each of us structure and routine through spiritual practices of gratitude, of prayer, of thanks, of meditation, giving your healing energies to spirit to place where they need to, and receiving energies from spirit to when we need re-energizing. Yeah. Faith over fear. Faith over fear. We can do it because spirit don't give us anything we can't handle. We can do it. We just have to believe we can. Believe it and you'll see it. Not everyone. Okay. I'll just step back a bit. As I said, believe it as you'll see it. Those that will struggle to believe it and see it, we have to be gentle with. Okay. I take note for my own self. Responding, not reacting. This is the divine feminine energy, that gentleness, that nurturing, that understanding, that it'll be okay, that reassurance, that forgiveness, forgiving our brothers and forgiving our sisters for what they don't know, for what they do know. Just accepting. We don't have to agree. But it's no reason to discount or dismiss anyone. Thomas, mind, trap and doubt. Thomas, maybe where that doubting Thomas phrase comes from. But anyway, when we're living from the heart, we can't be tempted into that which doesn't feel good. We can't be tempted back into this energy. Because we're too strong. We've done the work on ourselves. To open the door, to allow the Christ consciousness to live through us. Allow us to grow into that physical level of understanding, to allow the Christ consciousness to live through us. And I know it's hard. In fact, it's almost impossible to be in this state of being 24/7. So when we are living in that higher state of consciousness, it says grace. Was it poise? Oh, blessings and goodwill. Excuse me. I see the word grace and it just reminds me of someone very dear used to say to me and the dog. Poise and grace, poise and grace. So, poise and grace, which is the Christ consciousness living through us, which is living from the heart, which is the heart chakra, because everyone is playing their part. Everyone has their part to play. So in comes Judas, soul contracts, it's number 11 as well. Whoopsie. Catalyst and soul contract. So everything is on schedule, and everything that's happened is meant to happen. We have contracts with other souls that we choose to carry out. Oh, I feel like I'm giving myself this reading. Despite all the upheaval around you, just speak with love. Oh, what would love do? Love would speak softly, respond softly, gently, gracefully, gratefully. To practice discernment, to see past their masks, to see past through their lies, through their deception. And then suit up. Suit up. This is protection. Protect yourself. Protect your thoughts. Protect the incoming energies. Protect yourself from external thoughts directed at you, systems that entrap you. Takes me back to this. Do some research. Unless you give your consent, no deal. The authorities won't let you know that. They know this. They just change the language so that we can stay controlled. They're changing the laws. Do you think there's a democracy in New Zealand now? With all the secret, underhanded goings on? The AI, the data centres. The selling of conservation land, potential selling of conservation land, our minerals, to overseas investors. How does that benefit us? That said 3838 as soon as I looked up at that. Anyhow, protect yourself and prepare. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That's the big one. Non-judgment, reflection and projection. So they look at this, they are going to come. This is only just the start, I'm feeling. We have to stand up and hold our vision. We have to hold the line. This is how they want us to be. This is what they're trying to do to us now. This is our vision. Our vision. Abundance, to enjoy life fully. To experience the freedom of just being us. To break free from the ego, to break free from the past, to break free from the fears, to break free from that which is keeping us shackled in the darkness. Look at that energy. Break free. We have to call on these two. This is a beautiful balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. They've got the shared vision of Earth School. Oh. The new generation, bringing in new knowledge, a higher consciousness. Oh, it's almost like I feel all the little, all the babies that are coming through are being schooled in spirit by these two. How cool is that? Bringing through a balance, divine masculine, divine feminine. Where we love thy neighbour and we be of service. No matter what religion, no matter the culture, the colour, where in the world you come from, does not matter. That community, the being of service, providing food, no matter who they are. Back in the 70s, we loved thy neighbour. And then in the 80s, I remember just as a young, I wasn't even a teenager then. Well, I was early to mid 80s, but you know, I remember vividly the narrative was look after yourself first, put yourself first. If you don't look after, no one's going to look after you. All this sort of stuff coming from adults. Yeah, so when we come together, when there's sharing, when we build a community, we can celebrate and express ourselves through music, through song, through sonic healing, through connecting with the earth, connecting with our ancestors, where we can be in harmony, where we've each got our own individual goals. That way. And then each individual goals and then the collective. So there's 3 kind of different missions happening at once. And this is the sacred union. This is the new earth. This is the 5th dimensional consciousness. Yes. Oh! The unity, absolutely. Oh, far, it just keeps going. The coexistence and tolerance, absolutely. This is what, by them trying to divide and conquer us, the test run was in 2020, 2021, right? But since then, we haven't fallen for their monkeypox or their hunter virus or their bird flu or whatever else they're coming up with that's failing. The unity. And this is the whole planet, the whole earth. Mother Earth unifies, and she is ecstatic. Because now the Holy Spirit can work through each of us. Now we are in touch with our own spirit guides, our own intuition, our own perceptions. Because we see through, we're not clouded by their lies and deceit anymore. We're clear. But there will still be ones that will stay in denial. Those people, whilst their lives will continue as normal, as will ours, but those that ascend, those that go to a higher state of consciousness, just won't see those people. Just don't see them. But we still have to stay open-minded to include them so that we can educate them on how to bring or make peace with what's going on in their external world. The key to life, how to bring in that peace. The resurrection, getting into nature, getting into the forests, getting into the healing, connecting with Mother Earth, embracing this new world that we are creating, embracing the unity, embracing the inclusion. Can't find it now. This is just about the whole blimmin' deck. When we've got our light of protection around us, when we've got our spirit team around us, protecting us, working for us, working with us, this is where we go through the awakening, the up-leveling, the transformations, going from that darkness into the light. Humbly, like no task is above you. Become the world you want to live in. The teacher. Teach those that they don't know. But gently and with love and understanding and compassion. Everyone learns differently. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It's not to say if you hear that you can't stand up and put that right. Temptation. Don't be tempted back to the dark side. You've gone too far here to come back to here. This is heavy. This is hard. If it's light, it's right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here we have sacred sexuality. The masculine, divine feminine coming together in harmony. And so there could be a lot of higher frequency relationships coming into effect, or where there has been discord or disconnect in relationships coming back together. Men, work on your father issues. Seems to be a big problem in our world where fathers are absent, and there's no judgment around that. For whatever reason. So those children that have been affected by not having a dad in their life, or not shown any responsibilities from a male who has been in their life. He's just making sure he doesn't fall. He's not saying, don't go and climb that tree because you'll fall. He's allowing the child to explore, allowing the child to explore his limits. But he's being gentle. Wow. The garden. What number is that? Number 10, the garden. Look, the last 3 cards are to do with children. I just heard one scream out there. So we've got the fathering. The garden, receive and heal. That would have been something when we experienced the trauma we did as a child. We would have gone off by ourselves, contemplated how to deal with that emotionally. And the last card of this story is the card of the children. Enter their world, or cherish and enter their world. And this goes back to where's that inner child card? Oh, there's the heart healing. Like that whole deck of 55 cards just told the whole story. Oh, here they are. Goes back to that inner child, hear and know me. That poor child that was kept in darkness, or led to believe there was something wrong with them, or led to believe, could be anything. Anyway, we're coming up to 52 minutes and 52 seconds, so I will say lots of love on.